Hey guys, we're back again with another Sunday showcase. This week we are going to be highlighting the 8 and Sand. It is a blended bourbon from MGP. Now you guys may know MGP from, well, the guys that have been providing distillate to a majority of the bourbons and whiskeys that have been being introduced. The smaller companies are not able to produce their own distillate, so they're buying it from MGP or Dickel or Heaven Hill, and then aging it themselves. So MGP has decided to come out with their own line, and this is one that they actually have put their name on. They have a few other ones that they have listed under a different name, the Remus line, which is under Remus Distilling, and then the Rossville Union, which is under Rossville Distilling, I believe. But this 8 and Sand, which is their blended bourbon, is actually listed here on the back as distilled and blended by MGP Distilling. So they felt the need to put their name on this one, and I can understand why. It is a great bourbon, really reasonably priced, a fantastic pour. So we are going to give it a shot today and let you guys live through me. I'm also going to have it up at the store so you guys can come up and get a sample of it if you'd like. Also, those of you that are watching this, stay tuned to the end of the video for a little special offer from me for those that are watching. So let's dive right in. So this whiskey is called 8 and Sand. This bourbon is called 8 and Sand, and it is an expression from the railroad. Let's see, it says on here, referring to the 8th and fastest notch on a locomotive's throttle and the sand used on the wheels to prevent slipping, wishing a crew 8 and Sand is akin to wishing them smooth sailing. So if you were a engineer, an operator, you would say, you know, 8 and Sand to the guys leaving, because that was like saying, hey, get out there, do your best. So this one says 8 and Sand's blended bourbon whiskey, the newest member of MGP's Rack House series, is a blend of incredible whiskeys married together to create a smooth and satisfying experience in every sip. Spicy rye and cinnamon notes are followed by a touch of caramel at the caboose. Whether it's crossing with your favorite mixer or riding the rails all on its own, 8 and Sand is a whiskey whose craftsmanship honors the railroad legends that built this country. We toast to that legacy, and we invite you to do the same. It also has a little tag on here that says all aboard, shaped like a ticket, and it says your purchase of 8 and Sand blended bourbon whiskey helps us support local and regional railroad museums, which is kind of neat. Apparently these guys are into the railroads and the idea of them, and so by purchasing a bottle of this, you are helping to continue on the legacy of the railroad museums and such. So, without further ado, let's crack into it. Love that sound. Alright, so, right off the bat, you are going to get some baking spices in it. I almost get a little bit of like a fresh apple in here. You do get the cinnamons and the caramels. Maybe a little bit of clove. I mean, it's just that general kind of baking spice on the nose. I mean, sitting at 44%, I think it's a good percentage for a bourbon in general, or a blended. I mean, it smells great. Let's dive in. So you do get that rye spice on the front end. It's smooth. It's very smooth. This is definitely a good sipper. The caramel does come in kind of strong there at the back. All around a really tasty pour. I mean, the nose on it really kind of transfers onto the palate. I get a little bit of the fresh apple, the cinnamons, the baking spices, and the caramels on the back end. Pretty transparent. It's just an all-around really decent pour. I think this is for the price. This is certainly something you could pick up. You could, God forbid, pour it in a soda, a Sprite or a Coke or a 7-Up or a cola or a lemon lime soda, and you could sip it all in the same breath. So you know, bring it to a gathering, and if you got some buddies that are not really great at treating bourbon the right way, it's not a death sentence for this bottle. I mean, you could pick up another one and not be out of pocket hardly anything, and you can pour it for the guys that drink it neat, and it just goes great either way. So I think it's a great introductory bourbon, maybe for somebody that's trying to get into sipping bourbons or drinking bourbons in general. It's a great pour, kind of all around. Yeah, definitely come by, pick up a bottle, and if you manage to make it through this whole video, congratulations to you. And if you come into the store, mention that you watched the video, mention that you saw the Sunday showcase. Anytime now until the end of the week, I'll give you 10% off your entire order. I don't care how much it is or what you're buying. 10% off the whole order just for taking the time to watch this video and listening to all of my ceaseless ramblings. So, cheers guys. Come by, get a taster, grab something in store, get your 10% off. Cheers. Always takes two.